All right, everybody, we are live. Welcome back to another edition of our watch parties. Looks like we got our timer going. I want to stop the timer. The sync point for my copy, which is a digital release, it's about 7 seconds in, right as the Dimension Film logo shows up. Okay, so without further ado, welcome Alex joining us
Hi,
today as
gang.
co-host.
Yeah,
Um,
we get our first dip in the horror comedy of the season.
That that is right. There is a lot of comedy in this. This is a Robert Rodriguez film, and he is infamous for that. Um, and so before we get started, Matt, I want to address Mad Matt's comment over in YouTube. Who the heck puts only the special features on disc one? Some mad woman. Okay, everybody knows bonus features, special features are always on disc two. Disc one always has the feature. That's just the way it is.
And it has an audio commentary, and that's all we need.
That's all you need. All right, so let's get this movie started. Um, if everybody has their copies synced
Queued
up,
up. Yep.
yep, get it all queued up there. And Alex, why don't you do the honors?
Alrighty. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play,
Press play.
and we see a Texas road in the middle of nowhere with an
Yep.
automobile
All right, we are.
and a
Yeah,
fire.
we've got a lot to talk about, even though kind of researching this movie, trying to find, those fun facts and all that to talk about, there really wasn't much.
No.
But I figure what we can talk about in general is Robert Rodriguez. This is an all-star cast.
It is, especially
We
for
can have
'96. Yeah.
a lot of fun. This came out in 96. I remember seeing this probably as a rental or on,
Mhm.
like HBO when it made the rounds. Um, okay, so as the movie's getting going, Miss Swift is asking, what kind of chips do you pair with horror comedy discs? I would say Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
This one I need Tostitos and salsa, only because it's this
Mm.
particular movie. Um, Being Canadian, I'd say ketchup chips are always good in a pinch.
Oh, I have recently discovered those, and
Nice. Do,
they
do
are
you have a
not bad.
do you have a friend in Canada that brings them to you?
Nope, but I can get them on Amazon.
You can
And
import
I,
the Lay's ketchup chips or whatever the brand is.
yeah, I think they're Lay's. I haven't gotten them in a while. Um, all right, well, let's do a shout out to everybody who has joined in today. Over there on YouTube, we have Miss Swift. Let's see, Calbot. Calbot saying howdy. Well, howdy back, Calbot. Mad Matt is here. Johnny Devick. Um, and you know what? The sheriff with the hat. They're in the desert. You got that little twang of howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
All right. Eric, Johnny Devick. Who else? Sith's sister is here. Welcome, welcome. And he is recommending chips, the taco Doritos. Perfect pairing.
Nice. Yeah. And
Um,
Edward the Black Prince is doing a drive by to say hello.
oh, yeah, doing a drive by. Yes, we will enjoy the titty twister and we'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Calbot, sea salt and lime tortilla chips with queso.
That
Another
sounds
good
yummy.
choice. Yes. Let's see. We have got over in our Discord server, we have got Miss Swift, Calbot, Eric, Mad Matt, and Matt has the box set of this, but doesn't recall watching beyond the first one. I didn't even realize they had a third. I know they had a sequel.
I didn't
Um,
know they had a third either. They have a second one. Okay. And Okay,
Yeah. So
Quentin and Rodriguez are still there. Okay, so then they were there as producers for 2 and 3. I don't know if they probably didn't direct 2 or 3, but it was
yeah,
Rodriguez. Maybe he did. I don't know.
we can, for anybody who has seen 2 and 3, and I guess there was a movie series. And was there a remake, or am I thinking of one of the sequels? Anybody who has seen it, let's just start shouting out, and we'll start our discussion. Um, Matt is saying there is a TV series, I believe. Yeah, maybe way back when. Miss Swift has seen 2 and 3, so she is going to be our resident expert, as my knowledge only is on this movie.
Same here.
This was such a pleasant surprise when I first saw it. It was so not what I expected. Coming off the heels of, I believe George Clooney was coming right off of ER.
He was still in
Um,
ER. He still has his Mark Ross haircut. He has his
ye-
it's his ER haircut.
yes.
I think he probably wasn't allowed to change his hair.
Okay. Yeah. So this was right around the time where I knew him from ER, not as a movie star, but
No.
of course, and then Tarantino, who was given the opportunity to direct it, but I think Tarantino he was more focused on writing it and
Mhm.
developing his character, that he passed on directing. And I want to know why I don't have my subtitles. Okay, there we go. Because yeah, subtitles. Um, yes, Miss Swift, hail Caesar to his haircut. That is, yes, that is the Doug Ross haircut.
It's also pretty much his haircut in the Coen Brothers Hail Caesar.
That's right. Hail Caesar was what, from just a couple years ago. That was an all
Yeah.
star cast. I have not seen that movie.
It was good. It
Um,
had an ending that you're going, okay, that's an ending. That was a choice. I didn't care for
okay.
it, but
Wasn't it one of those movies where either you loved it or hated it, and I couldn't tell whether I wanted to spend 2 hours watching it? I think it was that kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, it was. It's not. It's the bottom half of the Coen Brothers canon. Let's
Okay.
put it that way, according to
I'm
me.
not I'm not in any hurry to watch it.
Yeah.
Uh,
It it
so
it,
this
it,
is a very
not,
interesting scene.
it
Um,
is actually.
so we know that, okay, Seth and, why am I his name is escaping me, and Richard,
Mm-hmm.
the brothers. Um, Everybody was playing it cool up until just now,
Mm-hmm.
and now all hell is breaking loose. What I love about Tarantino's character in this, he
Is not all
is
there.
unhinged, not all there, kind
Yeah,
of kind of a wackadoo kind of character with no rhyme or reason as to what to expect from him. And
yeah.
really enjoy this. Yes, Eric, the first time I saw this, I loved the beginning and was so confused when the shit hit the fan in the bar.
Yeah.
Exactly. We think we're watching
You, you,
one
you,
type
you,
of movie.
yeah, you think it's just okay, on the run, whatever,
Yep.
and then they get to Mexico. Okay, they're with Harvey Keitel. Okay,
Yep. And yeah, even when
but
Harvey
then
Keitel and the family show
yeah,
up, it's a bit off, but
yeah,
I buy it. Okay.
yeah.
Um, I love this start of the movie. We think we know what we're getting into. These brothers are
Hmm.
on the run, and okay, so we know that they're going to kill people,
And less than
and
10 minutes in, this happens, which we'll see in about two
yep,
seconds.
and Richard. I was going to say Tarantino, but his name is Richard. He doesn't seem bothered that he's got a big old hole in his hand. And now things are going to be crazy. Sith's sister is saying over there in Discord, this was pre Batman and Robin. Good thing that that didn't ruin his career.
Hmm.
This must have been right before Batman and Robin. I was a huge
I would
fan of
think.
ER. And I
Yeah.
remember the whole controversy with him taking on that Batman role was he had to fit it into the shooting of ER. They wouldn't, obviously, they're not going to release him from his ER, um, not contract, but the
Yeah.
demands of ER. And they basically said, yeah, you can do it, but you have to work around your ER schedule.
Yeah.
And I think even back then, everybody kind of knew that he was going to be a big star.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is the system, the Hollywood system. They owned him, and they weren't going to let go of this commodity. Um,
Well, he's still a commodity. Like they've got Ocean's 14 in the works.
oh, geez, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah, the one thing about Clooney's career is he's a very solid actor, and then he got into directing, solid
Mhm.
director.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like Tom Cruise level. So, Tom Cruise can write his own ticket. Tom Cruise has been able to write his own ticket to do whatever he wants.
Since Days of Thunder, pretty much.
Since Days of Thunder, he can act, he can direct, he can whatever he wants to do his own stunts. They will let him do whatever he wants. I don't even know if Clooney has reached that level, but he is certainly a very bankable star, which goes a long way in Hollywood where you're not treated just like a piece of meat,
Well,
I guess.
considering because he wanted to, he was able to put Good Night and Good Luck on Broadway for like a 10-week run. Make a dump truck full of money and get a Tony nomination.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where he's at in his career. He's able to do what he wants, when he wants to do it, how he wants to do it, because he is that bankable of a star.
Yeah.
But he produces the good works.
Yeah.
Um, so there you go. Miss Swift is saying you got to milk that franchise like a cow with 10 udders. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, and there we go. What's a little duct tape,
Yeah.
bandage up your boo boo. um,
Oh yeah, Robert Kurtzman was involved with this one. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. He did the story. Well, he probably did a first pass on the script, and then Tarantino did enough of it to get sole writer credit.
so
Probably.
yes, I think they worked on it together.
Yeah.
So that's this scene right here. This is very much a Rodriguez what
Yeah.
edit with the peering into the trunk. You're not actually seeing her. You're just kind of getting that X-ray mode
Yeah.
and seeing her in the trunk. Um, it's almost a comedic thing where it's like, okay, what else is going on? Oh, now we see her in the trunk.
Yeah.
The bar scene with all of the action almost gave me a comedic like vibe where
Hmm.
they didn't take themselves too seriously, even though everybody died pretty much.
Well, it's like you watch the this what I'm thinking of is was the Tarantino side, but the first part of Death Proof with Kurt Russell, and that has funny bits, but he's straight up killing people with an automobile. But then the second half of Death Proof is when he gets his ass kicked by the other group of girls. So it goes from actiony, thrillery, quasi horror to comedy. And same thing
Yeah.
with Planet Terror. Well, Planet Terror was, if you went in knowing what it was a comedy all the way through with some horror stuff. But actually,
Um,
seeing those two together, Clooney and they work like as actors. It works. Like
it
you
does
feel
work.
them as brothers. Yeah, and
And
like
it's not just the hair color. They
no, it's not.
actually they hold the scene and you actually believe that they are brothers and the way that they communicate with each other.
Yeah,
Um,
and the way Clooney is like oh, you did this again. Like what's going on? Like he knows there's his brother's a little off.
And he's like the only one that knows how to talk to him and control him
Yeah,
and reel him back. Um,
it's a little. Who is it? Sam and Lenny in what's the what the hell? The Steinbeck book.
of Mice and Men.
Yeah, it's a little of Mice and Men.
You know what? Yes. Yeah, and if we had
Much
been
much
able to
more
carry
violent, but still.
yeah. So maybe there's that inspiration here. The one brother is not all there and needs help,
Hmm.
and without his brother in check, he goes off the rails. Um,
Yeah, a little bit.
so interesting. Okay, Miss Swift is saying Brenda Hillhouse as the hostage who was also in an episode of ER. Um, yeah, Johnny Devick saying Rodriguez has done it all. What I find fascinating is he's also responsible for the Spy Kids franchise.
Yes.
So going
Yeah.
completely out of character, the Spy Kids movie, I believe the first three I would watch with my kids.
Hmm.
There is a level of terror underlying that. It's kind of passed off as a kids movie, but looking back at it now, I'm like, I let my kids watch this. This is kind of horrifying.
Yeah. Well, and it was, he teamed up with what's just the Banderas, Antonio Banderas again as the dad in those, and he got
That's right, because they were in Desperado.
yeah,
So the other connection with Desperado is Rodriguez worked with Banderas and Selma Hayek,
yep,
and Selma Hayek will make her appearance. This is really an all-star cast. Be on the lookout because they're going to pop up like crazy in the bar scene. Um, okay, so Planet I let me look up Planet Terror because Sith's sister is mentioning loves Planet Terror.
hmm
It's from
that was
2007.
that was the Rodriguez one of the Grindhouse movies that the two of them did. They did it as a double feature, so you pay to see both, and you're in the movie theater for 4 hours or 3 hours because they're about an hour and a half each.
Yeah, so Planet Terror and Death Proof are separate films as they come one after the other, not one inside the other, but they go together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had their the fake trailers. One of which was for Machete, featuring Danny Trejo, and
Oh,
that got spun off to be two excellent Class B movies in their own right. And
yep.
even Eli Roth did two of them. He did Thanksgiving, which he eventually got released or made years later. I think there was two of them, and then also on the Canadian release was Hobo with a Shotgun featuring Rutger Hauer, which eventually also got a full production.
And we had talked about that Hobo with a Shotgun, and I thought that was a joke movie, but no, it's like a real movie.
They legit made it, yeah, and it's hilarious.
Okay. So, okay, Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
2008. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, back to the movie. Enter Harvey Keitel and his family.
I'm
Well,
with you,
his
Cal.
son and daughter.
He should make Don't. He's got the oomph now to make it if he wants to. And see, I didn't when I first watched this, I didn't notice this was Harvey Keitel. I saw his name on the credits, and I was expecting him to show up later. But this is the one of the few times I've seen Harvey Keitel full beard.
That's true. The other time that I remember seeing him, let's see, we saw him in Reservoir Dogs. Uh, Bad Lieutenant came out in the 80s, I believe.
Yeah.
The Piano. What else hasn't? geez, what has he not been in?
Okay, well, let's go from Taxi Driver to
Taxi Driver, Badly, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. That's right. He was in Pulp Fiction. He was the fixer.
yeah. He's one of those, like, he's like Willem Dafoe. He's kind of been in everything and can do anything.
Yep. Yes, and Miss Swift is saying Uncle Machete and Spy Kids.
Yep.
That's where his character originated, I think, and then the movie Machete, and I think the sequels originated from there.
Yeah,
Um,
like he had the idea for the character, and then he figured, well, no one's going to let me make the violent version of Machete, but I want to use Danny Trejo and establish him as the character, so I'll put him in Spy Kids.
and in Spy Kids, he was kind of what? Not really scary. Didn't scare my kids. Didn't scare me. Um, but
No.
yeah, so Rodriguez is a very interesting filmmaker. He's
Mhm.
got a very unique style, and it's like he wants to do everything that comes into his head, and he brings all of those elements into his movies. Um, and you kind of never know what to expect.
Yeah,
Yeah, Miss Swift. Juliette Lewis was 22 and she's playing a teen. Very convincing.
she must have been older than that, Miss Swift, unless I'm thinking of. Wasn't she the sister in Christmas Vacation?
Uh,
Because Christmas Vacation
uh,
had an alternate casting for the sister, and so also
yes.
Rusty.
Was she?
I have to pull that.
Yeah, you get onto her IMDb page unless
Yeah,
anybody knows. I was getting onto her age. She
yeah,
was born in
That's
70.
what I'm trying to figure. Is that if she was in Christmas Vacation, that was '89, 7 years before this. No, that was Juliette Lewis. Okay,
Okay, we have Kelly Preston making a cameo in this movie
yeah,
as the news broadcaster. Now we're getting the backstory on these two hoodlums. They are bad news.
and we've also seen Juliette Lewis in Cape Fear back in
Yep.
the Creator VC days.
Hmm. We've done a couple Tarantino movies. We've done how many George Clooney appearances have we done in like the whole span of the watch parties?
Oh dear. We never did Batman and Robin because that was
No.
outside the
So
wheelhouse.
Matt is mentioning, yes, she was in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
So the original
Well,
Vacation was a different actress.
yes,
And
absolutely.
then European Vacation was also a different actress. Uh,
83.
yeah. And also Sis Sister is saying, yeah, she's in Christmas Vacation.
Then she must, okay, since she was a lot younger then. Okay, yeah, because he was born in 73. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, she would be in
But,
her early 20s in this movie.
yeah.
Yes, Matt, the kids were recast in each vacation movie because European Vacation had
Johnny,
what?
and I think European and Christmas were the only ones that had Johnny Galecki, I want to say. But let's double
European
check.
Vacation actually recast him as well. Thomas Michael Hall, I believe, was the son, right?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
And I didn't realize. Okay, and so the gal who played the daughter in European Vacation, um, not Dana Plato. Who am I thinking of? The name is on the tip of my tongue.
Who was the main cast in that one?
European Vacation, National Lampoons, 1985.
Dana
Dana
Hill.
Hill. Dana Hill.
Jason Lively. Okay, that's
Oh,
was Rusty.
okay. Anthony Michael Hall.
He was only
Why do I
in
remember him in one of those movies?
because he was in the first one.
He was. Okay. Okay. Boy, we're going off on a tangent. Um, I'm loving these two brothers now. They're chowing down in the motel. And
Yeah,
Seth is now
and
realizing, hey,
and
we're their hostage.
and here's the single frames that cut in.
Okay.
And we only get a
I
hint of,
tried,
and we get a hint of blood on his cuff, and that's it.
and all we see is the look on his face, and we know something bad happened.
Yeah.
If anybody
And
has tried
freeze
stopping it
framing
on
it.
those frames,
Good luck.
good luck. I tried, and I get the gist of the blood, the carnage. There's actually like blood on the wall, blood on a phone that we see,
Yeah.
but you
But the
get
look
the
in, but like the look in Clooney's eyes, like this is not the first time I've seen him do this.
yep. Yeah, and I you can just tell he's thinking, "What the fuck is wrong with my brother?"
Well, he knows what's wrong with his brother.
He does. And thanks to the news broadcast in the previous scene, we all know that he is a what did they call him, a sexual predator, or did they call him a rapist or like a pedophile, or
It
not
was
pet
more predator.
predator.
They didn't use the R word or anything like that. Probably
Yeah.
because they wanted to get it past censors because they'll let the carnage in the background show up. But they won't let you use that word. Um, yeah. What was I thinking here? Also,
Yeah.
the bag of burgers, Big Kahuna Burger, as featured
Uh,
in Pulp Fiction.
was it really? That wasn't the restaurant that they were in, right? That
The diner, no. Oh yes,
was
Miss Swift, right? Sex offender was the term they used. Yeah.
sex offender, yes. So now we know what is wrong with Richard. And
Hmm.
obviously his brother knows too, but his brother is his protector.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so my mind is going back to Pulp Fiction. I haven't seen that in years. They actually did okay. Yeah, did they actually eat the Big Kahuna burgers? Did we actually see it, or was there just a reference?
It was when they go into the room and they're they kill the guy on the couch and they're talking to Marvin and he's like, "What are you having? Breakfast? What are you having for breakfast? Burgers." And it's their Big Kahuna burgers out of the Big Kahuna bag.
God, okay.
And there's the "Why didn't you check the door?" bit when the guy
Okay, so
comes out. Yeah.
that was beginning of the movie.
That's at the beginning. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so we have a meeting of the RV, the RVers,
Hmm.
and Seth.
I
And
agree with you, old Johnny Depp. He is kind of like Teabag. Teabag was more overt and grimy than Tarantino's character, but Robert Knepper deserved more recognition for that role.
so that was a reference to the Johnny Depp is referencing Prison Break. That's the show that went on for what, 8 or 10 years,
Technically,
8 years.
4 seasons and a mini movie, and then a follow up season like 8 years later. So it had like 5.5 seasons or something like that.
Okay, that was a show that I had never watched. Thank you, Miss Swift. Who remembers George Clooney from The Facts of Life? His beginning days, he was so charming. He could act, but he was kind of just doing what he had to do.
Hmm. Do you remember George Clooney from the original ER? The ER from the 80s ER? That was like 4 episodes and disappeared?
No,
Because apparently he also had gone out for that, or was in that for like a bit part or something.
no, you're
Because
kidding.
yeah, because if I'm remembering right, ER from the 90s and early 2000s is technically a remake or a second iteration because it was
No.
something that Crichton was trying to get done even back in the 70s.
Well, he's come a long way. Yes, Johnny Devitt, Three Kings was really good. I had seen that in the theater
Yeah, that
when it
was
came out.
excellent. 1990
Um,
movie of one of the other many movies that were great in 99.
uh, yeah, and you know what? I saw it in the movie once, and I have not seen it since, and I bet it is on streaming somewhere. Yes,
He was in Return of
sister,
the Killer Tomatoes.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Um, that's kind of in the back of my head. Maybe we'll do a watch party on that. Um,
Oh, and Mad Matt posted George Clooney on E/R from '84, which was a sitcom, apparently.
oh, that is that. Oh, yes, Matt. That's George Clooney in an episode of E/R 1984 sitcom. That is, if I'm not mistaken, in that picture, Elliot Gould is the doctor on the left.
Looks like it. And
Looks
who's
like it.
who's the woman in the center? She's familiar as well.
Conchata. Hold on. From
From Two and a
Two and
Half
a
Men.
Half Men.
Eh, maybe.
Um, okay, but we digress.
Yeah. We're
So yeah, this is really creepy when she comes in and Seth was, you can see that like the dizzy camera shots.
mhm,
You get the sense that that is what's going on in his brain. And this is why he is psycho.
mhm,
I guess you could call him a sociopath, psychopath,
all
um,
of the above.
all of the above. Calbot, Conchata Farrell. Yeah, Conchata
Yeah. And
Farrell.
that is her from Two and a Half Men.
Is that her
Yeah.
in that show?
And also featured Mary McDonnell, who would go on to be in Battlestar Galactica, among other things.
Was she in? Hold on, Dances with Wolves. Mary McDonald.
That's her. And
There
also,
we go.
apparently, according to IMDb, Jason Alexander, before or when he had that fantastic McDLT McDonald's commercial that probably made him a decent amount of scratch, years and years before Seinfeld. Well, 5 years,
Interesting.
4.5 years before Seinfeld. Seinfeld was '89.
Uh, you know what? I was just going to bring that up, Johnny Devick. Who is the worst of these brothers, the crazy one or the calculating one? I was
The
thinking,
calculating one, I want to
watching
say.
this scene, knowing George Clooney from ER, who wouldn't hurt a fly.
Hmm.
Absolutely looking at him with that gun pointed at that kid's head. I'm thinking he's going to pull the trigger
Hmm.
because in that moment he is deadly serious, even though he's the brother with the humanity, the human side of him that we can kind of relate to. He would blow that kid's brains out and not even think twice about it. So who do you fear most? Who's more crazy? I'd say the calculating one. Yeah, the one that you don't want to take your eyes off because you don't know what he's going to do. Yes, and Matt, Independence Day is the first lady. She was also Mary McDonald. She was also the first lady.
Yes, she was.
And Bill Pullman was the president in Independence Day, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. And is Bill Pullman guaranteed for Spaceballs 2? Did he sign up?
Yes. Yes. And so is Rick Moranis.
Okay. That's right. I heard Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement for that.
Yeah. And Mel Brooks is signed on. And
Nice.
I haven't heard about Daphne Zunda, or however one pronounces her last name. And
Who else?
well, John Candy's been dead for 30 years.
Dick Van Dyke as the father. Yeah, he passed away.
Dick Van Dyke's still alive.
Dick Van Dyke? No, no. Okay, not Dick Van Dyke. What's the guy's name? From Eight is Enough. The father in Spaceballs. Dick Van Patten. There you go. Dick Van Patten.
I was gonna say, I was like, Dick Van Dyke died? When the hell did that happen?
Dick Van Patten. There we go.
And the Colonel Sanders is still around, so he's going to be in it too.
There you go. Johnny Devick. Now, are you meaning to say now they can parody modern Star Wars, like as in Spaceball 2? I hope they do the parody of modern Star Wars. I think we're
Well,
overdue for
or
one.
and even just all sci-fi since Spaceballs one.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
down for all of it.
Miss Swift over there in Discord posting that picture. Speaking of Tarantino, Trejo, and Predators, Con Air.
Yes, that
Is
was
that
that.
Con Air?
Con Air's. That's the first thing I saw Danny Trejo in,
Um,
where he played Johnny 600.
Nicholas Cage. Okay. And
Michael
okay, who's
T.
the other
Williamson.
actor in the picture?
Michael T. Williamson, or that's Malkovich,
Malkovich. Yes, John Malkovich.
and Cusack, and O'Brien from Star Trek, Colmini,
Mm,
and a few other people
okay.
whose names escape me right now. Like the whoever played Nick Cage's wife was in there for like 10 seconds.
Monica Potter.
Monica Potter. Yeah, I was about to say Monica Potter.
Yeah,
It's,
I know
it's
her well from Boston Legal. Uh, yeah, this scene is really cool because we're actually seeing the human side of Seth and
yeah.
Jacob as they're actually conversing. And I honestly believe that he's an honorable guy, even though in the previous scene he pointed a gun at the guy's head, at his
Yeah.
son's head, and would have pulled the trigger.
Well, and he's being upfront and honest about it. And here's the
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna the thing I sent you earlier in Discord, Sharon. I'm gonna be posting
Uh-huh.
that now to the other to the other Discord, to the main channel Discord,
Perfect.
because where'd it go? Where did it go? Here we go.
And I was going to mention this scene when they're focusing on Richard. We're so going back to the conversation about who's more dangerous. Who would you not trust? Who would you trust more of the brothers kind of thing? He's
I would.
crazy, but he doesn't know he's off. He thinks he's completely rational
Mm-hmm,
with all of his sex crimes, if he was ever punished for it. If not, he's on the run. He knows he committed all these atrocities, but it's almost like he doesn't register that they're atrocities,
mm-hmm,
doesn't register that he's a bad guy.
mm-hmm.
And so there's something missing up there. He doesn't know just how evil he is,
Yeah.
but his brother does. His brother knows exactly how evil he can be.
Well,
Um,
it's almost like at the beginning where he said, like, he saw him, he says he saw him mouth the words, help us. He thinks he saw that, just like he thinks he saw the girl say something in the motel room. She did not
yeah,
say that. He thinks
but in
he
his
has
head,
manifested that she did.
yes. So that makes him a lot, what, more unpredictable. And I
Yeah,
guess you could say a lot scarier, maybe.
because you don't know what he's going to do 1 second to the next.
That's
George
true.
Clooney, at least, is upfront with you, saying, "You do this, I will shoot you in the head." He will then shoot
Yeah,
you in the head. He's just being honest.
that's true. So being fearful of someone who's being honest with you versus a crazy person. I would say Richard. If I
Mhm.
had to be trapped in a room alone with one of those brothers, it would be Clooney.
And not just because it's
That,
George Clooney.
and not just because he's extremely good looking, extremely. It's because you get um, what you see is what you get, and he's honest with you about who he is, and you're pretty much guaranteed, unless you cross him, that you'll make it out. I guess.
Mhm.
I
Pretty
don't know.
much. Yeah, like he says,
Pretty
you know
much.
what it's like, you know what we say? We're going to be good.
Pretty much. Yeah. And he says, hey, if you act a certain way, well, here I go rationalizing his unhinged behavior when there's
Mm.
no rationalization for it.
Well,
But this is a movie,
yes.
right? This is not real life. Okay, so Matt is mentioning, and now our feature presentation. Yes, it's going to
Feature
kick into
presentation.
high gear.
Well, he was also making an allusion to Tarantino and the feet thing.
Oh, and the feet. Okay, gotcha. Feet feature. Oh, you did post it, Alex.
Yes.
Yes.
What, the feet thing? Yeah, the feet thing.
That is clever. That is from The Rock
Yeah, which hopefully will be on a summer watch party list at some point
or before.
or before. It's a good all year round movie.
It is.
I
Um,
was because what was I was watching San Andreas last night. Apropos of nothing, other than it's also a San Francisco movie.
yeah. That's a good all around movie. And here we go. There's Cheech,
Yep,
um, who
Cheech
is,
Marin, who hasn't aged since he was with Cheech and Chong.
that's right. Yep. And his character sighting number one. Be on the lookout because he will show up again.
Yep, with some dialogue that he must have read on the page and went, "I get to say this. That'll be fun."
Okay, Richard is kind of unhinged. They're trying to hide from the law, and he's going off.
Yep,
You just want to tell him to shut up.
yep.
Miss Swift, yes, we can do a Cusack month. I have yet to see Gross Point Blank. That is one of my favorite guilty
That's
pleasure movies.
excellent movie.
Yes, with John and his sister Joan.
Yeah.
She is so much fun in that.
Do we go early Cusack and go to the Natty Gann movie from Disney back in the 80s?
That we could. That is one of the true Disney movies back in the day when Disney was.
Making proper live action movies? Yep.
I want to say quote unquote like pure Disney entertainment back then when it was
The whole
directed
the
at
wholesome family
kids
stuff. Yeah.
and you could take your kids to.
Hmm.
Um, the pure at heart Disney. Once Disney became a conglomerate and started owning everything, they started they started to go a little wackadoo.
Yeah.
But oh well. Yes, sister, that's another one from way back in the day. One Crazy Summer. That's a really young Cusack.
And well, say anything. Better off dead.
Better Off
Uh,
Dead. Better Off Dead. Yes, Miss Swift said it the same time you did.
yeah. Oh, what else?
Yeah.
Cusack's
Better
another
Off Dead
one.
is a good fun movie.
Yeah. Oh, what else was? I think of Cusack movies, and then my brain goes to John Hughes movies, and I know he was in a couple, but you know, once my brain tweaks to John Hughes, it's Ferris Bueller and Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and
Yep.
the top,
He was also
the top tier John Hughes movies as opposed to the bottom tier John Hughes movies.
Cusack was also in Con Air. I think he was the
Yes, he was.
FBI agent, wasn't he?
He was the Bureau of Prisons guy.
Oh yeah. Um, yeah, he was in 16 Candles. They say 16 Candles.
I
Mm,
was Cusack in that. I don't know if he was. Well,
eh,
let us
John
consult
Cusack,
our friends at
his
IMDb.
his movies, it's coming up as 16 Candles, but I don't remember that. But yeah, he's got quite a long repertoire. And
Well,
1408.
the
Yep. All
1408,
about-
High Fidelity, the good version.
Yes, with Jack Black. I think High
Yep.
Fidelity had Jack Black.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh God, the sure thing back in the, oh God, the 80 sex comedies of that era. Yeah. Better Off Dead, Journey of Yanni. Okay. He,
Sure
he, he,
thing.
he, he did okay. He was in 16 Candles in 84. He did Sure Thing, Better Off Dead, and Journey of Natty Gann all in 85.
And the Grifters in 90. That's a
Drifters
good
in
one.
90. 8 Men Out. That was an excellent one.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of a slog in places.
Oh,
Oh,
Calbot is saying he did have a small part in 16 Candles at the dance.
yeah.
So then he does get that credit.
And he was apparently in broadcast news. This escaped my notice.
Um,
Um,
okay.
Tapehead.
Whatever they say.
Grifters was good. I didn't like True Colors so much. Let's see.
Yeah. Matt posted a
Money.
picture of him in 16 Candles, a very young Kuzak.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There he is. Yeah.
All right.
And
Well, there you go.
didn't they give him that same sort of outfit for his younger self in Hot Tub Time Machine?
Never saw it. Um, okay, here we go, guys. Here comes the titty twister. They are in Mexico, uh, going to a bar, a little out of the way pub for a drink
Oh,
to wait for, to wait for the rendezvous with his
mhm.
counterpart. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the feeling that an
The
RV
genre. Yeah.
family
At
is not
this.
welcome here.
Yeah. And you look at it and go, well, the tone of this movie has entirely shifted. And
We
here is
have,
Cheech
yep,
Marin number two,
yep,
welcoming one and all to the pleasures inside.
and they don't call it the titty twister for nothing.
True.
So we have girls. Okay, we got a lot of girls. Okay, all kinds of
And
girls.
old Johnny Devick, I saw the series. They went hard into the snake and vampire cult.
Oh, no, they could have easily cut the first, what are we, in the first hour, 45 minutes. They could have probably cut that out and given us more of this vampire snake cult.
Well,
And I would have been fine with
we
that.
get a solid hour of the vampire snake stuff.
Because
Almost a
yeah,
solid
I
hour.
mean, we're here now.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, are you reading the menu or are you saying he's reading the menu? Because that's a long menu. So this is where Seth is becoming this what, regular hoodlum, and basically telling him, "Hey, we're here. Mind your own business. I'll mind mine, and then we'll go our separate ways." So they also have hot carnitas, chicas calientes. I recall in my younger days that I have been to a bar or two like this in my younger days. I would
Oh,
almost,
that wasn't very nice, Quentin. Kick a man
that
in the face
wasn't,
when
it
he's
was uncalled for.
down. Yep. Oh, and there's graffiti on the walls of naked women as well. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, and there's actual
So,
naked women. Okay.
yep. So this is actually his kind of place, not so much
Mm,
for Jacob and his family.
true.
But okay, well, they're here and now we're in a totally different movie.
Yes.
And I love this band. Love this band.
Yes. Other than the fact that they're vampires, they're a really good house band.
Yeah. And other than the fact that, oh, we're not giving away any spoilers, right? Has everybody seen this already? Give me a high five if you've seen it, and if this is your first time, There
We
we
should have
go,
we,
Danny
sh-
Trejo.
we should have cleared that 45 minutes ago.
Exactly. This movie, we're going on 40 years, what, 30 years? 1996, so we're going on 30 years.
And it's thin Danny Trejo.
It is. With short hair. He's like had a haircut back then.
Mm-hmm.
So wasn't the
But
story goes that Danny was in he was in prison. He was doing
he
hard
was
time
he was straight up in
and
San Quentin. Yeah.
and kind of turned his life around and vowed that when he got out he would what, start a new life, and he has, and he's made quite a name for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a couple years back it was reported that wasn't he just he was standing on a street corner and he there was a car accident that happened right in front of him and he actually saved a couple people that were involved in this car accident and helped him.
He seems like the kind of guy that would do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so Eric is saying this band is a real band. They're called Tito and Tarantula. They're good. I like it. But they also fit very well into this bar, club, pub, whatever you'd want to call it. They should probably have called it a private club.
Mm.
But if it was private, if they didn't want everything exposed, then they wouldn't invite bikers
Yep.
and truckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cowbot, that thought that was an interesting fact. I think that was total BS that he is throwing out there just to what,
Yeah,
make it so
just
they don't kick him out.
pretty much. And it depends on your jurisdiction, but some places you might need a big vehicle license, which is your whatever the classifications are, like A, B, C, D, F, G, all the way through Z. That if you're going to be an 18-wheeler trucker, you need an A through Z license
Yep.
that you can handle anything. If
Yep.
you're going to be an ambulance driver, you need a certain type of license for that type of vehicle, and so on and so forth. You
Here
just
we
need
go, guys.
a regular license for. Oh yeah, there's Tom Savini with his pistol and
Yep.
his crutch.
And Greg Nicotero is the other biker.
Mm-hmm.
And they were brought in and cast for a very specific movie,
Yeah,
for a very specific reason in this movie. Um, and their character, it's fantastic.
yeah.
And it was just to see Tom Savini have such fun with his character.
Mm-hmm.
The Savini abides and Nicotero, yes.
Mm-hmm. See,
But
and
we're going to see more of Savini.
yeah, and the Richard character has one moment of niceness, you might call it, when he offers to buy the kid his first lap dance.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's either
So
nice or
nice.
it's nice or it's corrupting.
Um, although giving these kids, and she's
Uh,
even saying, I can't
Tequila,
drink. I'm
yeah,
under 21. And they're like, no, you're going to drink.
yeah,
They're already bad guys.
yeah. Well, the fact that he's saying like, "No, you're going to drink because I'm telling you to," he doesn't brush it off saying you're in Mexico.
Right.
He's like,
Yeah.
it's like I'm still in control here. You're doing what I say.
That's exactly right. He's still maintaining control, even though at any point they could really just walk out and he
Mhm.
can't stop them.
No,
Um, but yeah, I thought that was really sweet that Richard turns to the kid and says, I'll pay for your first lap dance.
yeah,
And he's like totally serious. Like
yes,
he's acting like a big brother. And
yeah.
that was hysterical.
And that's nice of the dancer to be lighting his cigar.
That is.
Now my TV isn't bleeding into the mic, is it?
No, I'm not
Okay.
hearing anything in the back. Um, okay, so the
I just need to hear a whisper of the dialogue is all to know what the hell's
okay.
going on.
No, you're good. I'm not hearing anything coming back. Fred Williamson played the other trucker we just saw. Um, I I think isn't he either is he a professional actor, but he strikes me as a professional athlete, like a football player. Um, does anybody know the history on him? I have not had a chance to research that, but he gives off like NFL linebacker vibes.
Hmm. Miss Swift, thank you for posting the cat kneading on the dog
Oh,
in the Discord. Oh, and we're about to be introduced to Miss Salma Hayek,
yes. And Matt posted a picture of Tom Savini in Night Riders. That's that's an interesting picture. There you go, Miss Swift, football player turned actor. Yep, he gives off those vibes.
like John Amos, the late John Amos,
Yes.
football player turned actor.
Um, Cowbot is saying yes with the Raiders and the Chiefs. Boy, Selma Hayek nails this role.
Yep,
And that is, from what I can tell, that is a real snake
it is.
that she was absolutely terrified of working with and almost turned down the role because of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they actually, what, trained her. They worked with her a lot, and she went through some heavy duty training with that snake.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she pulls it off. I don't know. I'm not
It's
sensing in her character any of the like the subtleties of an actress terrified of that snake.
yeah, and from the shooting of it, only because of the quality of the albino python, that the animal wrangler and animal control people were probably like, you can shoot this for this long, and no, there cannot be fire on the set, and no, there cannot be this or that or the other thing. So it's all lighting and editing.
Definitely it had to be controlled. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a few shots where the snake's going like right around her neck, and I'm like, okay, that is a constrictor. That is a constrictor snake. You don't always want it in certain parts of your body.
And I'm not familiar with how well you can train a snake not to constrict other than
Snake's
making
gonna
sure
do what
it's
it.
well fed
Yeah,
before.
snake's gonna do what a snake's gonna do.
It's not like a dog where you can say,
Yeah.
sit, don't strangle the actress. Okay. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to be around the neck for a little bit. So don't strangle her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that's some good handling on that.
Yeah. Oh,
Um, so Miss Swift is saying From Dusk Till Dawn 3 was part of an origin story for Santanico Pandemonium.
which is her, right? Which is the
Yeah.
Salma Hayek character.
Yep.
Tarantino and Feet Part Two. Yes, indeed.
It's just weird.
Speaking of snakes, can we put snakes on the plane on a watch list somewhere?
Snakes on a plane. Maybe for, yeah,
Put it
snakes
put
on a
it put
plane.
it
I
put it
have
on put it on a list at least somewhere. If we have if
I
we
have
have
so
a
many.
Sam Jackson series or something, I don't know.
Oh, we could put Pulp Fiction on there too
Yeah,
if we're doing a Sam Jackson marathon.
yeah.
Ugh, there's so many movies,
Yeah, they've been making it for 100 years now.
and they keep making them. I will never catch up, no matter how hard I try. But I think what I'll do is I've kind of got November, December lined up a bit.
Hmm.
Come January, because it has not escaped my attention that Graham Greene, the actor, phenomenal actor,
Yeah,
love him,
he died
passed
recently.
away.
Yeah,
And we have yet to do a movie to honor him. I want to do one in January, and I know what one I want to do. So January might be like a pickup month of all these obscure little movies I want to do and that really have
we're
no other place.
as good
And
as he in it. As good as he is in it, we're not going to two-part Dances with Wolves, are we?
no,
Okay,
no. He was in a really good one called Wind River. I don't know if you guys are all familiar with it.
that was an excellent movie.
With Jeremy Renner, and one of the Olsen sisters in it.
The
So
one
good.
that's and Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah, that was excellent.
And I think that's what we're going to do for him. But
That
yeah,
was a
Dances
good
with,
mystery detective
yep,
type movie. Yeah.
exactly. So now, yeah, now the character comes in and says, he broke my nose, he punched me out. And that was like 20 minutes ago.
Hmm.
And now here we go. We got some carnage, we got bloodshed.
And you learn stabbing him with a knife doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Well, because we don't know who they are yet. We just think that there is just a regular bar.
We will in about 5 seconds
5 seconds. Yep. Because I think she's the first one. I think we're going to see in just a minute.
because she's smelling the blood in his hand
In
and
this-
enjoying it.
Everything was fine until the blood was shed.
Hmm. Oh, speaking of passed away and throwing a movie in their honor, we gonna do a Robert Redford sometime in the new year too?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I might, you know what? I might do that in January to pick up all those actors that have passed away that I haven't done a movie for.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm with you there, Johnny Devick. Send in Winona Earp.
oh,
Throw down with Peacemaker.
there you go. Mad Matt, did he get stabbed again or did that knife go through the hole?
Both.
Yes, probably all of the above.
He stabbed in the same hand, so
Probably just made it all worse.
yeah.
Um, okay, so the
Brubaker would be
discussion,
interesting.
I'm sorry?
I'm just old Johnny Devick said Brubaker for
Oh,
Redford.
yep, that's a good one. Redford again has a career that has spanned decades. To choose one,
And do you look at it as Redford the actor or Redford the director?
yes, either one, either one.
Yeah.
So then when you throw that in, it's endless.
Well, mhm, I'd have to
Yeah.
ask for not River Runs Through It because I'd rather not fall asleep again. Uh,
You know, that's kind of like any drama movie that doesn't really have anything else. I will tend to go to something that has a little something else, right?
yeah.
Like action
Hmm. Or something
or
keeping the plot going as opposed to fly fishing.
exact,
Like
exactly. Um,
Legend of Bagger
well,
Vance was really good. He directed that.
yes.
Matt
Okay. Who
Damon,
wants that
Charles.
guitar? I'm sorry. That guitar with that body,
Yeah,
that happened awfully quick, right?
yeah. And we're seeing heads and bodies and people drinking blood out of heads,
And so
and
now
everything
we're
goes to hell
actually
really quick. You see, it,
in the carnage.
the guy's playing a body as a stand-up bass.
Exactly. So that happened awfully quick.
Hmm.
Um, okay, yes, Johnny Devick. Any Near Dark fans? Yes, Near Dark. I saw that in the theater and loved it. Um,
And I like what she does here in about 2 seconds with the cross in his mouth and what
yep.
happens because that's excellent makeup effects.
That is a great effect.
Yes.
And I think there was a touch, it almost looked like a touch of a CGI when his face started melting, but for the rest of it, it's all practical.
Yeah. And see, there's this practical gentleman pile driving women into table legs.
Yep. There is so much going on here. Everybody's dying. Everybody is either a vampire and attacking someone, or you're getting attacked, or you're fighting off the vampires.
Yeah. Now, why would she hit him across the room as opposed to tear his throat out and make another one?
Because
Other
well, I
than the
think
plot required it.
in one of the future scenes when she has him down on the ground, she explains to him what she wants to do,
Yeah.
and I think that's keeping her from killing him.
Okay. Savini
And we have,
Vitrejo. There you go.
yep, we have body parts everywhere. And okay, so Savini's character is also called Sex Machine. He calls himself that. And
Yeah.
so the crotch gun, great effect. Love it.
Savini beat Trejo.
And you know what? For the most part, these guys are so cool. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, okay, vampires. Everyone's a vampire. Okay, everybody, what do we know? Let's grab the wood. Let's take care of these vampires. This is the scene.
Oh, I'll make you my footstool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in essence, she would want to turn him into one. And so he would do her bidding. Yes, Johnny Devick. So that's a good point. They have this drilled down to a T if they do it every night. So you think this bar is open from dusk till dawn every night, draws these truckers in and kills them all. You'd think someone would get suspicious. But again, this is Mexico,
And it's a road
off the
off the
beaten path.
road in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, exactly. So they probably get a lot of people passing through. So also, there's a mention over there in Discord about Dogma. It's coming to 4K and Blu-ray in December.
Yep.
So
And that's another Salma Hayek dancing movie, as featured in the GIF.
yeah, we will get introduced to Dogma all over again because it was nowhere to be found for quite a while.
And we can thank
Thank
the gentleman from Miramax, who we shall not name.
who we shall not name, who was so gracious to give up the rights because he's spending the rest of his life in prison, pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's like, oh
And I
yeah, we
think
have
he
Dogma. We should do something with it. Yeah. I just hope it actually
oh
gets a proper North American release because I know the outfit that's doing it has a lot of stuff in Australia, but hopefully they'll have a decent release in North America. A lot of
yeah,
stuff recently has been good luck finding it or good luck ordering it. Like the last four things I wanted to order, I went to Amazon in Canada at least. It's not listed. It's
Mhm.
barely there. It's just back ordered. How can it be back ordered? You, it doesn't
They
release
have a
for
different,
doesn't
yeah,
release for 5 weeks and it only got announced yesterday. It can't be back ordered yet.
and yeah, in the Canadian Amazon is much different than the US version of Amazon. So even though we might be able to get something you guys can't, right? Or
True. It's same with all the same with the English Amazon and
yeah,
UK Amazon and all that. Even just the distributors in Canada are a
no,
little bit yeah.
it's all about the licensing and who gets what when they get it.
Yeah. And if it's something's independent, Amazon
Mhm.
in the US has better relationships with the independents. Yeah. or like the my local video and music store I can go to because I used to work there years ago and I still know the owners. And I'd say, hey, can you get your hands on this? It was supposed to be released, next week or last week or whenever it was. And I go, oh, I have to order it from so and so, which is their only avenue to get certain independent stuff. And they say it'll be in when it's in, not give it a week, give it 2 weeks. It'll be in when it's in. Like, oh,
Well, especially that was like an independent
yeah, if
video
it,
store.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're an independent now. They used to be owned by someone that owned two or three, but yeah, two of the staff
Yeah.
bought them
The
out.
independent ones are more locked into who they can get it from.
Yeah, exactly. Like they'll have Universal and Sony or SDS or some of the others. So they have their get some of the usual stuff, and they can get usually some of the boutique labels like Kino Lorber is easy to get. Some other stuff's easy to get.
Yeah.
It's not cheap because they're independent and they have their markup, which I don't begrudge them. But when your markup is horrendous, I'll buy somewhere else.
Yeah. And supposedly the last Blockbuster video store is still in
Still
operation
going.
in
Yeah.
Bend, Oregon.
Yeah.
And they actually have to go to the store sometimes to buy the videos or the
Hmm.
DVDs
Hmm.
to then rent out. So sometimes they don't even have access. Okay,
Yep.
so here's Seth still protecting his brother, even though Richard is clearly a vampire.
Yep.
Clearly. Um, Miss
That
Swift,
must
can
have
we
been
put
fun.
Hideaway? I'm sorry, what?
I'm just saying that looked like it would have been fun makeup for Tarantino.
I bet he enjoyed that. He doesn't get in makeup that often.
Yeah.
So
Hideaway with Jeff
Miss
Gold.
Swift is asking to put Hideaway with Jeff Goldblum on the list. That is an interesting one because I think that was originally a book by Dean Koontz that they made a movie on. That was a pretty good movie. Johnny Devick is saying we need a film about a car rental agent going looking for one of their cars by GPS and finding it here at the Titty Twister.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a movie. That's a movie idea.
Oh, Alicia Silverstone was in Hideaway as well. Interesting.
Yep, Miss Swift is saying, yeah, it's a adaptation. I used to read all of Stephen King and all of Dean Koontz.
Yeah.
Like Dean Koontz is probably out authored Stephen King by now.
Yeah. Alfred Molina's in it. Jeremy Sisto's in it, and Kenneth Welsh is in it. Interesting.
Yeah, Dean Koontz movies. Oh, geez, have I not had my timer going at all?
No, no, you haven't. We're about an hour and 12 in now.
An hour and 12. Hey, should I get the timer going?
There's
All
about a
right.
half hour left.
Why bother? Oh, geez.
I think
Okay,
she's still working. I just haven't really seen her in anything since the
let's watch.
90s. Because was she in excess baggage with Ewan McGregor? I'm gonna have to check that.
Let's see if I can get the timer. Okay, let's see.
Yes, she was in
12,
excess baggage and Blast from the Past, also from '99 with. Oh yeah, I forgot that he had two movies in '99. Brendan Fraser, Blast from the Past, and The Mummy
Oh, Blast from the Past.
with Christopher Walken.
Okay, we're going to try
Can
to
you
get
auto?
the timer.
Can you set the timer to a time of
Yep,
your choosing?
yep. I can't get exact, so as soon as.
We're about 1:14.
Okay. 114. Oh, to heck with it. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even realize.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. There we go.
And seeing all the vampire and physical creature effects and whatnot, and little bits of CGI, makes me really hope that the return of the Buffy series puts some decent money into the creature effects.
Oh, I
Like,
didn't realize
like,
they were
like
doing a remake.
keep it of that type of camp and that type of spirit, but put some money into the effects.
Okay. Is there a remake of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? It's in
It's not a
development.
it's not a remake. They're straight up filming it.
It's a reboot.
Reboot. Well, it's a, as Sarah Michelle Gellar had said, it's a continuation. It's not a reboot. It's not starting over. It's just continuing. The world exists. It's now been 20 years. What's going on?
Yep. Okay, so she's Kate. She's growing up. She's killing the vampires now.
Yeah.
And if only Sex Machine had killed that guy, killed the vampire, he wouldn't have been bit.
Mm-hmm. And I like his expressions in a few seconds where he's like, oh no.
Sith's sister is mentioning, okay, since I blew it on our timer, should we start over again? Yeah, so everybody, let's set our timer back and we'll start over.
Mm-hmm.
I think not.
Well, your timer's about 10 minutes ahead.
Oh, you know what? Okay, that. Oh, is it showing up? It says live recording in an hour and 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Okay.
Well.
That is our total runtime. That includes the
Oh,
10
plus
minutes.
the 10 minutes before. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Why that happens? We'll find out. It's probably just a timer tied into the recording, and hopefully Sharon will not be gone for too long. And here we're starting to make the plan. You're back.
My camera went glitchy a little bit.
Yeah. We're
Uh,
just starting to get into the plan here. How do we fight back
yep.
after just stabbing people? We have to do more than that.
So yeah, now that there's a lull in the killing, they can actually like regroup and say, "Hey, what do you guys know about vampires? Maybe how to kill them." But they've been
Mhm.
doing a pretty good job.
Precinct 13. Looking at the, finally noticing it on the kid's shirt. Is that,
Ooh,
I didn't see anything in the trivia or random stuff online, but is Precinct 13 meant to be a nod to Assault on Precinct 13 by Robert
I
Rodriguez?
wonder.
I mean, a nod by the director to the other movie because I don't think he actually made. He didn't make the original, and he don't think he made the remake. But let's see who did.
That is a very good question. I wonder if that is a deliberate act on the costume design to put him in that t-shirt. Or hold on, in the mid 90s, what was the reference to Precinct 13?
Don't know. The original movie was done by John Carpenter.
Right, that was back in 70, I want to say
70,
75,
76.
76. Okay.
The remake was in 2005 with Ethan Hawke and Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay, so the Precinct 13 on the shirt from Dusk Till Dawn is a direct reference to John Carpenter's 76 film Assault on Precinct 13.
Ah. because that's just where my brain went. Assault on Precinct 13.
Exactly. Both films are about people trapped in a building under siege, with From Dusk Till Dawn being described as Night of the Living Dead, tinged offshoot of Assault on Precinct 13. So there you go. That was a direct nod. And so that was Carpenter did that right before he developed Halloween, which
Mm-hmm.
is yeah, that's going to be our grand finale this month, the original Halloween. Seth and Jacob are having quite a moment now. And I
Mm-hmm.
think they're under different circumstances, they could have actually, really been good buddies
Mm-hmm.
because I think they understand each other. So who do we have left? We have one, two, three, four, five, six people left, but Savini's been bitten, but he hasn't been taken out yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he hasn't been found out yet either.
He hasn't been found out. He hasn't told anybody. Yeah.
And here's the "I was in Nam" speech.
Which is believable because
Yeah.
this was 25 years prior. You would believe it.
Yeah.
So if you were in a bar that was overrun by vampires, how the heck do you get out?
Set the thing on fire and try to get on a roof.
Have they heard the bats yet? Are we at the bat scene?
Soon.
Okay. Because at this point, you're figuring if you've killed all the vampires, you think you can just run out to your vehicle and drive off. That would make the most sense.
Bats are coming in a second because Savini's hearing them. He's wondering what the hell's that
And
place.
yeah, so their chance to escape has just diminished.
How do you leave? And old Johnny Depp says, "Pay the tab."
That's one hell of a tab. Well, they killed the bartender. Everybody's dead. Uh oh. Bats are in the belfry, Matt. Yep.
Mhm. And only the little boy and only the kid is noticing Savini being weird.
So, yeah, so Sex Machine is still trying to hide the fact that he's a vampire thinking he could get out of this and
Mhm.
he'll be the apex predator and he will just kill them all because
Yeah.
he doesn't want to end up dead.
Hmm.
Well, that's a good question, guys. If you were bitten by a vampire and you became one, want to would you want to end it, or would you tell your friends about it to end it, or would you want to be a vampire and just kind of go with the flow? Yeah, Jacob was bit too. So now we're going to start dwindling down the characters. That's some good creature effects.
Hmm.
Oh, Matt, can you activate a 30-day free trial as a vampire? Yeah, like try it before you buy it kind of thing.
That would be
And
interesting.
if you don't, yeah, if you don't like it, I'll go back to being a regular person. That would be terrifying. That many bats. Because in a second, they're just all going to be vampires. Yep.
Yeah. That many bats, the smell would be horrible.
Yeah. Sis Sister is mentioning, I'd hate the drinking blood part, but living forever as long as I could bring some good friends, I'm down. Sure. That's a good way of looking at it. Oh, Calbot, I'm Batman. I can't remember what Batman movie that was from, but yeah, all those bats. Hey, he's got a bat. So Jacob has a bat.
And he has a shotgun and a
And he
cross at
has
the
a
same time. That is Batman Begins.
Yeah, Johnny Depp, if only Batman was around. So this is what gets me about vampires. If it's the cross that they're repelled from, anything in the shape of a cross, right, could do it, but that doesn't make any sense because a naturally occurring cross with anything that is crossing at a T would act as a cross.
Yeah,
So,
which doesn't work.
which wouldn't work. Okay, which wouldn't work in real life.
Yeah,
So it would have to be some kind of actual, it has to be the cross. In my mind, it would have to actually be the cross with Jesus on it to distinguish it from any naturally occurring cross figures. Oh, so here you go. Eric knows. In some vampire movies like The Lost Boys, the vampire transformation is only complete when feeding, but you still get some of the vampire powers before you turn completely. So there's your trial. There you go. It's like your 30-day trial. So
Now,
these guys,
the question is, which
okay,
vampire would you want to be?
which vampire would I want to be?
Like, what type of vampire would you want? This type of vampire? Would you want Lost Boys vampire? Would you want Twilight vampire? Would you want Nosferatu vampire? Would you want
Oh, yeah, we don't talk about the Twilight vampires.
the sparkly
um,
long lived 20-year-olds? Yeah.
yeah, the good kind of vampires that don't drink human blood, they drink animal blood. I would have a problem with that. I don't know. That's a really good question.
Now this is the storeroom for the bar. What the hell?
Right. For maybe theme nights with the sunglasses and the little Cupid dolls.
And it's very 90s with the super soakers.
Oh, no, no, no. I figured it out. All those truckers that come through, they've unloaded all of their gear. That's what it
Oh,
is.
that would
All
okay. There you go. Yeah.
there you go. But yeah, I think I'd want to be like a suave, sophisticated vampire.
Oh, I'm just laughing at them filling the condoms with holy water.
Filling the condoms.
And this is the first movie that George Clooney makes a thrusting machine with.
The first? Is there
Yeah,
another one that he does?
yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Burn After Reading that he does it in a second one.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in years.
But it is a thrusting steak.
Oh, Burn After Reading. That was a fun one. That had Frances McDormand, Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
That had Malkovich in it too, I believe.
yeah. And I think that was another
Very
Cohen
cool.
one. That was the Cohen brothers, right?
Yes, I believe it was. Oh, yeah, here you go. He's got to break the news to his kids.
Yeah, one of you's got to kill me.
Well, he wouldn't expect his kids to. That would be hard.
Hmm.
Yeah, Miss Swift, Bird After Reading was a hoot. That pretty much describes it. Oh, Eric over there on Discord, Interview with a Vampire. That's Tom Cruise, cool vampire. That would be interesting to be.
Lestat was a sociopath,
But he was suave and he was cool. I wouldn't want to be a
as opposed to the brooding Brad Pitt
right. If you
and
had to be a
the
vampire, which one would you choose?
absolute psychopath that was Kirsten Dunst or
Oh,
Kirsten
yeah.
Dunst as an 8-year-old.
Trapped as an 8-year old. Yeah. And the reason they killed her was that's an abomination to be trapped as an 8-year old vampire.
Yeah,
It's,
or
I
however old
cannot.
the character was, but something like that, 8, 9, 10, 12, something
Yeah.
somewhere in that weird in that
But
range.
she was way too young.
And that wasn't Banderas in that one too
Was he?
when they were in Europe.
I want to say, yeah, he was part of the European, what, conclave of vampires.
Yeah, something like that.
But anybody in the chat, you want to verify? I recall him being in it, but yeah, this would be way too many vampires to overcome
Hmm.
just by a simple cross. Oh, Miss Swift is saying, oh, hell, he was Armand. Yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And the rest of those books went into production and development hell after Queen of the Damned went nowhere.
That's right. That was the last Anne Rice production
Yeah,
of her. Yep.
of her series. Yeah. Well, they recast Lestat as a younger with a younger actor. They cast some musician for no particular reason. That actress died before the movie got
Yeah,
released, and everything went to
that's
hell.
right. Is she the actress that died in that plane crash?
I think so.
I think, yeah.
I
I
think
think I
so.
remember
I'm not
that.
sure, but I remember even like when they reviewed it and they said, "Well, if you went into this movie thinking you'd be seeing Tom Cruise as Lestat again, no."
Okay, here we go. They're ganging up on the vampires, taking them out one by one. And what's interesting is these are, I'm getting the sense that they have not been in human form in quite a while.
No, they don't look it, and that one looks like
They,
that's basically a bat with an anthropomorphized bat that
yeah.
got shot. And oh, Savini's back.
So, yeah, they're probably in the part of Mexico where all the vampires hibernate. And so, yeah, no wonder truckers and bikers and anybody could disappear and no one's going to be ever found. Oh, Miss Swift, the vampires from Twilight. There's Bella, and I think her daughter. That weird hybrid of CG animation.
Yeah,
That was
of the actress and the weird CG and the
yes. That
yeah.
was an abomination. Absolute abomination.
Like I could tell they were trying to do something, but I'm like, just have
Oh,
if you're gonna morph an infant, you know, Willow was 1988 and this was
mhm.
2008.
That was, yeah.
You've had 20 years and you give us this.
Yeah. Ugh, it was so wrong. So wrong. Speaking of morph, whatever this animal morphed from, that is cool. It's like a vampire rat looking thing.
Yeah, it's
Oh, here this is great. Like a vampire dog.
yeah,
She's gonna get it right between the eyes. Good shot, Kate.
and then it exploded. Okay.
Yeah, so there was a comment about the I can't remember who made that comment about the band had a self destruct because everybody in the band exploded, kind of like here too. The creature just exploded. Okay, who did the creature effects for this movie?
I saw the credit, but it went by too quick when I was watching it.
Was it was it just Savini? Okay, he was the supervisor and he did the significant work. Yeah, I thought it was him, but he must have had quite a crew doing
Oh yeah,
these. This is amazing, and the scale of the work that was done. Oh, okay, guys. Yeah, I can understand the kid would have a hard time. He hesitated.
yeah.
So he preyed on the bullet, and that's why the vampire, his dad, exploded. So
Yeah,
is that the key? If they're hit with holy water or like a blessing on the bullet, is that why they explode?
not sure, but the kid's being torn apart now,
And yeah,
and she
I
kills
think
him
he
to
hesitated.
prevent things.
Yeah, yeah. Do it, Kate. So yeah, he exploded.
Yep.
So what's the theory on why some are exploding and some aren't? Oh, Calbot is saying they carved crosses into the bullet heads. That would explain it if it's been blessed like
Yeah.
with holy water or like the cross, then they would explode.
This is clearly not a real time movie because the sun's now coming in.
Well, its sis sister is did mention it's in the script to explode. So yeah, they exploded because it's in the script. Absolutely. So there we go. It's daylight and they just have to make it out into the sun and the rest of the vampires will disintegrate. Daylight is your friend.
Hmm. Now, who's coming in from outside?
That is oh, what did he say his name was? His name was Carlos? Yep, his name is Carlos. He's looking for his friend, Seth. So lo and behold, we have somebody showing up to the bar looking for his friend.
Yeah.
That is cool. The carnage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the movie, yeah, we just want more explosions. So this is the guy that Seth and his brother had to meet, Carlos and his gang. This
Yeah.
is Cheech's what third
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 character. Yeah.
appearance. Yep.
He's like, you actually went into the bar? I didn't say go into the bar.
Yes, Miss Swift, it was total carnage. Carlos and his goons are just clueless. I find that very hard to believe because if you lived in Mexico, wouldn't
In
you
this
have
area.
some
Yeah. Some idea.
some idea, but it seems like Carlos had no idea.
Mm,
Or was he psychologically wanting the brothers to go into the bar knowing they would be eaten by the vampires? And he could just come by in the morning and swoop up his money. We don't
maybe.
know.
Do we even know if the brothers still have the money?
We don't, but I did not see them bring it into the bar, so it's got to still be in the RV. And we actually see the money in the next scene. Cowbot, good point. In retrospect, the disco ball was probably not a good idea for the vampire strip club decor.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Good point. So I'm thinking Seth is just like, you know what? Just another day of being a gangsta. Okay, I'm done. My brother's dead. Everybody's dead. Now what?
And yeah, here's the money, as you say. I forgot. I'm totally. See, I blanked on this scene.
So that's the money I think that they got from the bank robberies they did.
Yeah,
And yeah, Matt, not to mention all the long wooden items. They do have wooden chairs. I think they had wooden tabletops. You'd think
yeah,
that wouldn't be a good idea. So Kate really held her own, and she's now covered in blood
yeah.
and contemplating life.
That's not a whole lot of money to give her, considering what was in the briefcase.
I don't think we ever knew how much was in the briefcase. How much did he give her? A couple thousand?
4 or 5 stacks,
It's probably a good 5,000.
and then we see the rest of his tattoo.
It's hard to picture ER's Doug Ross with that tattoo
Yeah,
all the way down his arm. Mr. Clean Cut Doug Ross. But he nailed it as this gangster of a guy.
mm-hmm,
Great casting. And he let her off the hook. He didn't take her with him.
mm-hmm.
That was kind of a classy thing to do. And he rides off into the sunset, rides off into the sunrise,
Yeah, rides off into the desert.
into the desert. From Dusk Till Dawn 2, does it pick up with her story at all? Because that would be interesting to see where she goes
Yeah.
and what happens to her. She is an interesting character.
See, and then this with the whole matte painting of it was really a temple the whole time.
And you see all the trucks
Yeah.
and all the bikes that they pushed off the edge. So they had been doing this a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So yeah, that has got to be some backstory
Mm-hmm.
that we never got because I didn't watch the second or the third movie.
I kind of
Um,
want to now, if only for pain and suffering.
well, yeah, was it Miss Swift who said that she has seen the second and third? Does it pick up with any of the interesting backstory that we want to know? And does it pick up with Kate's story? Okay, number two follows a completely different group of crooks, Miss Swift says. Well, okay, that's no fun.
And you had said earlier, number 3 was the origin of the Salma Hayek character.
Okay, that might be interesting. So if you all are interested in getting her backstory, check out number three. That was one hell of a ride. Once that movie gets started, we're just moving along.
Mm-hmm.
I have such fun with that movie. Yeah, and Cheech got 3 separate credits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right, so um, any last thoughts from you all? Just go ahead and shout them out. Um, and next week, we're going to be doing the classic Pumpkinhead, which is, I don't know if it has any, does it have direct ties to Halloween? Probably not, but it's set around the fall Halloween time. And we haven't seen it yet. I'm in for a good slasher movie, monster movie like that.
Yeah, should
Um,
be fun.
so I've also decided that for October 19th, we are going to be doing Phantasm from 1979. We're going to go back a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, Matt, break out your DVD collection. That'll be interesting to watch on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we're going to be doing Halloween, the
On the
John
26th.
Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yep, the classic, the OG from 1978. That movie needs so much love right now. I could watch it every day and never get tired of it. Um,
And what's on November 2?
I don't know November.
Fair enough.
um, I've got a couple ideas rolling around for November. Not necessarily Thanksgiving, but fall.
Mhm.
Definitely fall themed. Um,
Well,
and
we could do a holdover of Halloween and Thanksgiving and do Thanksgiving.
ooh, that would be interesting. Now that I
Well,
know that movie exists, I didn't know it
if I Thanksgiving might be too Class Z because I think unless I'm thinking of the other one with the killer turkeys, um,
oh God.
the foul mouth killer turkeys.
Really seriously?
Yeah, no, did we? Yeah,
Yes, we could, Eric. We could watch the movie Thanksgiving. Yeah, the one that came out what, 2 years ago, I think.
yeah,
Um,
that's the one I was. Well, yeah, Thanksgiving is the one with the killer turkeys, but
and then
Thanksgiving is the other one. Yeah,
yeah,
Well,
Thanksgiving, like the actual horror movie Thanksgiving.
yeah, and then
Um,
Poultrygeist. Yeah.
yes, Poultrygeist. Ugh. And then December will be holiday themed, and I'm
Hmm.
looking to throw a couple curveballs your way. So it's not going to be your traditional Christmas movies. We got to do something different. Um,
So no
and
Miracle on
then,
34th Street.
I loved watching
that
that with my kids, but
that gets enough airplay elsewhere.
if you want to watch it, there's
Either
going to be
version.
plenty of times to watch it.
Yeah.
Um, we need to, oh, Miss Swift, we need to do a double bill with Thanksgiving and Rubber. My daughter, Christine, mentioned that movie Rubber, and
Yeah.
it was about a killer tire. No
Yeah.
joke, a killer
Yep.
tire.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So we've got lots of choices, but we're just going to have fun and wrap up this year with a bang.
Hmm.
Um, and then we're going to get started this is wrapping up our almost first full year of doing this with without Creator VC. We've had a lot of bumps along the way, but it has been so much fun doing this. Let's keep it up, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, Matt, you're just full of those
Puns today.
puns. That movie is a retread, but bum. He's got the puns. Keep them coming. So yeah. So thank you, Alex, for
Yep.
joining me today.
My pleasure as
Um,
always. Looking
and we
forward
are
to
going.
next week and another host from the round table.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, we're gonna have a blast. We always have a blast, guys. I'm so glad that you're here every week. Um, and we're just gonna keep trucking along.
That's all
So
we can do.
that's it.
As
So
you
thank you
said,
so much.
keep breathing. That's the key.
Yeah, and just be good to yourself.
Yes.
Everybody be good to yourself. Be kind, and we'll do it all again next week. All right. Bye,
See you
guys.
again.